Okay guys, so I am bringing you now our purchases from the show, and we have this fun no-face angle because I have my boyfriend here with me and he is not ready to make his camera debut, but we did want to show you what we bought at the show. I also have my sister's purchases here and she didn't want to be on camera either, but I will present her things. Unfortunately, I'm not super familiar with them, so I can't talk too much about them, but we can talk about the very little that I know about them. So I'll start with what she bought at the show. So she bought this Noodler's, honey, what's this called?
Ghost.
Noodler's Ghost.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is an invisible ink, and I'll open it up, and it shows, I believe it's clear, right?
Yeah, a little bit off-white, but...
Yeah, so it's clear, and I know Noodler's labels are pretty fun, so I'll show you the label. So it's a clear ink, but it shows up in black light, and I'll insert a picture of that if I can either take one or find one. We don't have a black light, so if we can get a hold of one or take find a picture of one online before I post this video, I'll insert that. This ink shows up under black light, so you can write fun letters to people and no one else can read them unless they have a black light or know that it's an invisible ink. So that's really fun. So she was on a mission to find this ink and she found it, and this was $12.50, which is the retail price, which is good. So it wasn't marked up or anything crazy like that at the show. And I told you guys in the show preparation video, none of these products had taxes, so that's the great thing about buying things at the conventions, that you don't have taxes charged. So now this is another ink that she bought, and this is Organic Studio, which Ludovic and I have bought Organic Studio inks before and we really love them. We have, I think, 2 or 3 of them.
I think we have at least 2. We definitely had Nitrogen Blue, which is probably one of my favorites.
Yeah, so we like these. So let me see which color she got. Remy Thoreau? Oh, yeah, Henry. No, I'm sorry, I couldn't read it. That's so embarrassing. I'm sorry. Henry David Thoreau. Well, of course. So this is Walden Pond Blue is the name. So let's see what color this is. I've heard of this one, and I think I've sampled it before. Oh, you can't see it. But I'll try to insert a sample of it if I can get one before she leaves today, but if not, you can look it up online. But it's a beautiful, beautiful color if it's the one I think it is. But I love all of their inks. They had a sampling of them at the show, just pictures of them up, and they were gorgeous. I didn't know they had so many colors, but that was there. And then she got the coral color by Diamine, and I've not seen these boxes from Diamine before. My Diamine always just came with the bottles, the no boxes. Maybe this is just when they come in the larger bottles. You guys might be more familiar with that. So this is what that bottle looks like. So that's a really pretty salmon corally color. It was gorgeous when she sampled that for me. So those are the things that she bought, and she is in art school and told someone there that she is an artist, and they gave her a free pen. So this is something else that she got at the show, and she got an eraser, I believe, as well. So I won't twist it because I don't actually know if I can twist it back down, but she twists the end of it and the pencil comes up, and so she can draw with that. So that's pretty cool. She got that for free at the show. She also got a notebook for free at the show. She is brand new. This was her first show, and she's brand new to the fountain pen hobby, and she stopped by the pay it forward table and was able to get a notebook to start experimenting with fountain pen friendly paper. So she has that as well, but I don't have that with me. So we can now look at what Ludovic got.
So I was on a little bit of a mission just because I do have a whole bunch of pens but nowhere to really store them. I picked this pen case up from, I think it was the Diplomat side, but it was almost a Franklin Christoph-esque.
That's not a Franklin Christoph case?
No, it's not. So it was kind of surprising, and sorry.
Oh, you bought that from Diplomat?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
So here it is. There we go.
That's
Sorry,
pretty.
guys. And then on the inside, it is a three pen holder. Nice leather. So this one came out to about $35, like I mentioned. Really nice, a little bit stiff, but I think it'll hold up well if you guys are planning on putting it in a bag or traveling around with it. So I thought that was pretty cool. For the other pens that I have at home, I picked this up at the Visconti. Ooh, sorry guys.
That's harder to see. Let me zoom out for you so you can see that a little better because it's larger.
There you go. So your typical folder type pen case holder.
Now this usually, if you find this, and Goulet sells this as well, and everywhere that I've ever seen this pen case, it's 55 or 50 maybe retail. And I bought this at the show last year as well. So everywhere I've ever seen it, I think it's actually 49 maybe, but yeah, it's a great price at the show.
Yeah, so it's about a 36 pen case holder. Obviously, it depends on the length of your pens, but otherwise that, it actually holds up pretty well. Natasha uses it quite often. I kind of liked it and decided to pick one up for my own.
Yeah, I almost got another one. $20 can't be beat when something usually costs $50. So that's a good deal at the show.
All right, so I'm a big fan of Sailor. And let it zoom. There we go. I really do like Sailor pens. Even their fines, as fine as they are still very smooth. I like the feel in my hands. I tend to stick more with the standard size as opposed to something larger. I do have smaller hands, but I picked up my Stormy C. So something I've been looking for. This and the other pen that I got that I'll show in a minute, they came out to about $360 or so.
Oh, together?
Together. So it was a nice little steal. This one was the extra fine nib. I don't know if you guys could really see it from there, but if you guys have used Sailor pens before, they're nice and you know exactly how it feels to write with. The color that you're seeing on the camera really doesn't do it justice. In person, it's beautiful.
Well, let me see that. That's gorgeous.
So.
Oh wow, and we can try to bring it a little closer and see if the camera will, sorry, trying to see if the autofocus will pick it up for you so you can see that detail a little better. That's such a pretty pen.
It is.
And you said it was called Stormy Seas?
Yep. And it was on my wish list among a few other pens that I saw there. I was looking at some of the Pilot ones, the Custom 74, the Heritage. But when I saw the Stormy Seas in person, I couldn't pass it up. The other one, I'm slowly becoming a convert to my birds. And there we go. So I picked up a Pelikan, and something that you'll learn about me, especially if I continue to hop on, is I love Demonstrator pens. So what I did find, and this is actually at the Nipsmith booth. Both of them were. So, let's use
that's
the plastic.
fancy packaging.
This is actually the M200. 205, excuse me. So, a nice little Demonstrator. There we go.
Come on, autofocus, you can do it.
So one of the reasons why I fell in love with this particular pen, not only is it a Demonstrator, but for everyone out there that likes to gloat, got the nice bird on top.
Or you can bring it closer for them, too. Just put your hand behind it so it'll focus on that.
Maybe not. Alright, we'll try and get a better one when we start doing ink samples. I picked up the Italics one. I've never written with an Italics nib, so I'll try and bring it up. And no focus. Alright, sorry about that.
Just give it a second. He's so impatient.
I am, just a little bit.
We'll try to get you guys some images afterward. I'll post them on my Facebook page to get you better shots of them, of the purchases.
Yeah, but Pelikans, I mean, in general, they tend to write very smooth. They are a little bit wetter, so if you're looking for something a little bit juicier, I think that's one good way to go. Price point wise, they do tend to get a little bit more expensive, but it is worth every penny, at least from what I found. The M205s, they're roughly going to be about $200 or so, but again, we picked this up for less than $200, and along with the Sailor, it came out to about $360 for the 2 pens. So
Cool. I love that box.
I do too.
Was that everything?
That was it. I only picked up 4 things. I held off on the inks for right now. I'm trying to decide what I want to put in them first. So
Yeah, well, you got really great purchases. Okay, guys, so one thing that I'll start, these are my purchases now, but I'll start off by showing you the bottle for the free ink that you get by attending the pen show this year. I mentioned that it was going to be a Monteverde blue that was labeled just for the DC pen show this year. So that was that. They put it in every bag. I also, so my actual purchases, I was able to snag my first stop was the Diplomat table, and I snagged this Diplomat, and it is escaping me what the name is. This is, I learned about it through Goulet. I've been following Diplomat for quite a while now, but I wasn't familiar with this pen, and oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I'm forgetting what the name of this pen is, but I have it in a fine nib.
That's not the Aero, is it?
No, no, no. No, it is not.
Excuse me, guys.
Offensive. I'm sorry. There we go. Then this is my, okay, don't make fun of me. This is my Holy Grail pen. It's not a very expensive pen, but I've been very excited to get it since I went to the DC Pen Show last year and discovered Diplomat. It is the Aero, and I wanted probably the most popular color. They told me we arrived just, I guess, like 9:30 maybe?
About 9:30 or so this morning.
Yeah, and the show doesn't open till 10, mind you. But they had already started letting people in just like they did last year, and they had already sold 10 pens, and they were all the orange pens. So this is probably the most popular color. So I picked up my Diplomat in orange, and it's my Holy Grail like I mentioned. I've just wanted this pen for a year since I learned about it, but it was the most expensive pen. It now is the most expensive pen I have ever purchased. And I know the nibs are supposed to be so amazing. I'm so excited to ink it up, and I will definitely post that video when I do that and give my first impressions of it. I know there are a lot of videos up of that, but I really want to capture my experience with this. But anyway, okay, so it comes in this metal box. Oh, sorry, I guess my finger's moving, kind of killed the camera. Okay, so it comes in this metal box, and inside we've got some cardboard covering the pen, and then you've got the Aero hidden, tucked away inside. So I have yet to touch this pen. All right, and there's my Aero, and I bought it in the extra fine. Let's see if we can get it to focus. I don't know why my autofocus is misbehaving today. There we go. Okay. So I wanted this, the orange or the brown, but once I saw the brown in person, I just thought the orange was more striking, but I might buy the brown from Goulet here soon once I save up, because at the show, they actually gave me the Aero for $150 instead of $156, which is the normal price that they charge at shows for it. But when I buy it from Goulet, it'll be $156, the normal price, but that's okay. So anyway, I'm very excited about this pen. I have one more purchase to show you guys. Oh, that snap is so satisfying. Oh, and look at how beautiful the inside of the box is. That's gorgeous.
I didn't notice
their logo.
that.
I know, I didn't either. I was so anxious to get the pen out. Okay, one more purchase. Okay, so I came across one more brand called Penlux, which I'm unfamiliar with, and it's always fun to find brands that you're unfamiliar with. And I sat down and started playing with their pens, and I found this one that was only $20. They had some that were more expensive, but I don't like to buy expensive pens that I'm not familiar with before I do some more research. I'm a little risk averse that way, but I bought this one in blue. They had it in blue, black, and gray. And so I grabbed the blue since that's my favorite color. It's really lightweight. So if you like some weight to your pens, this is definitely not for you. It's very, very lightweight. It feels like a $20 pen, but I thought it was pretty, and it writes really, really well. I like the nib on it. That's really what the selling point was for me. I'll bring it closer for you, but I love it. I thought it was a good purchase for 20 bucks. And it does come with a converter. So again, that's Penlux.
Now, I think they were a new vendor out this year. I didn't see them the previous year.
I didn't either, but I could have missed them. I don't know.
Yeah. Now, they did have another higher end pen that they had there. It was called the Metallica, if I remember.
Metallic or Metallica, something like that, yeah.
Now, they are a little bit heftier. They do have a window reservoir that's on there, so, you know.
It was a piston fill pen.
If you're the type of person that wants to see how much ink you have left, it wouldn't be a bad way to go. If you make it out there later today, I think they close in the next half an hour or so, or tomorrow, I think check them out. They may be worth the time.
Well, I won't be posting this video today, so
sorry guys, my fault.
No, but they are. It seems like a cool little company, and their inks were gorgeous. But I will link them down below once I look at their website and learn a little bit more about them. But anyway, so that's what we bought at the show, and I'd love to see pictures of what you guys bought and hear about what you bought. Please feel free to share that in the comments, and thank you so much for watching the pen wrap-up show. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to engaging with you guys in the comments about how much fun you had at the show. Thanks so much.